The weather will help determine if a dredger can help deepen the Oregon Inlet. The channel is so shallow, the Coast Guard has banned larger boats from going through at the Bonner Bridge. It's a huge blow to the Outer Banks economy, and that's the quickest way for fishermen to access the Atlantic Ocean. 10 Your Side's Jason Marks is in Manteo now. And Jason, the Coast Guard's handing out some pretty serious fines for bigger boats that try to get through.
Nicole, how about a $32,000 fine for just getting 100 feet within the Bonner Bridge? That's the fine. It's really expensive, and that's why you see all these boats over my shoulder. That's why they're here and not in the Atlantic.
How can this happen?
It's a question fishermen and charter boat captains are asking tonight. They find themselves stuck in the marina.
Instead of out there, I'm here.
Britton Shackelford wants to go fishing for bluefin tuna, but he can't. His boat, the Doghouse, isn't able to go under the Bonner Bridge. The Coast Guard restricted access over the weekend.
For the Coast Guard to basically forbid us from going in and out of our only means of accessing the ocean where we make our living is pretty incredulous.
The issue is the depth of the Oregon Inlet under the bridge. It's shallow. In some places, the water's less than 4 feet deep. The Coast Guard says it's become a safety hazard.
This is the navigational span of the bridge. This is the highest point of the bridge that goes across Oregon Inlet, the Bonner Bridge. This is where normal boat traffic would go through, but these numbers here are in the 2 and 3 foot range. That means it's only 2 to 3 foot of water.
For the past couple months, the bigger boats have been using other parts of the bridge to pass under. But over the weekend, a Coast Guard boat tried to get through and then hit the bottom, and at that point the restrictions went into place. Closing
the inlet really hurts, using those words. And they put some teeth behind it too. There's a $32,500 fine if you come within 100 feet of the bridge.
That means at the Pirates Cove Marina, the charter boats are unavailable.
It's frustrating as heck to me that the federal government has just totally abandoned their commitment to this inlet.
A couple years ago, the feds told the county it would make sure the inlet was constantly dredged. But the county is no longer getting federal funding, which means the dredging isn't happening as often as it should.
We need to get the folks up in Washington to start improving our infrastructure.
And I did just get off the phone minutes ago with Representative Walter Jones, who's the congressman for this area. He is not happy either about the lack of federal funding. He says we're spending way too much money overseas and we need to start spending money here in North Carolina. He tells me he was able to get $1.2 million in emergency funding to help bring in those two dredges that will get here, we're told, by tomorrow night, and then possibly, depending on the weather, start dredging the Oregon Inlet as early as Wednesday morning. But that process for it to be complete should take several weeks. So obviously fishermen are in dire straits here for right now. Now, coming up tonight on WAVY News 10 at 6, I'll have more from my interview with Congressman Walter Jones. Also, you'll hear from the Coast Guard on why they made this decision. For now, that's the latest here in Manteo. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.